What is going on, you guys? I'm Destruct, and in this video I'm going to be discussing how you can start commentating on YouTube and be confident with speaking in your videos. These tips apply to new channels who are making their first videos, and also people who usually make videos without commentary who are planning on commentating in new videos. I received a request for this topic from a fellow YouTuber gamer called Nay, who asked me for tips on how to make his first commentary. Your first commentary on YouTube will be the most difficult and most awkward. My first commentary was only a short introduction to my very first video back when Far Cry 4 had just been released. The video was just over 10 minutes of exploring the world in Far Cry, and most of the video was just gameplay on its own. I only spoke for around 30 seconds, and it was pretty awkward at that. When I first started out, I was extremely nervous about speaking on the microphone, as I kind of hated my voice and still don't like it too much now. What you need to remember first is that everybody hates their own voice in a recording. If you talk into a microphone and play it back, you'll be certain to hate it if you've never made videos before. Even now, with over 60 videos, I cringe at my voice every now and then on the recording. This plays a huge part when you first start out on your channel, as you'll be very nervous about how you sound to your viewers. The best thing to do is ignore it, as your viewers will not be cringing at your voice like you might do. Just remember that people who are new to your channel are looking for certain things, either informative videos on topics they are looking for, in which case they won't even be paying attention to your voice, or people who want to support smaller channels and look for collaboration and people to support them back. Both these scenarios do not require you to have amazing fluency or amazing tone and dialect. People are just looking for content or people to essentially work with and support. Now, your first commentaries will be awkward, but there are ways to get around it. A useful tip, which a lot of people do not do, is to just be really prepared for your video. Don't just grab your microphone and expect for words to just fly out of your throat. You should really take some notes or even write a script if you are very nervous. Even now I have a big list of notes which I'm glancing at as I'm recording, and even some short paragraphs parts of this video I wouldn't be able to just make up on the spot. If you have notes, a key thing to remember is to not just read from it. Lots of channels sound monotone and dull in their commentaries because they are just reading from a script and are not injecting the natural tone and personality in one's voice, which might shine through if you're just talking to somebody. Imagine you're talking to an individual whilst you commentate. My brother usually sits next to me as I commentate, which in a way is giving me more confidence, as somebody has heard and seen my video before it's released to the public. This just means I can improve from mistakes and even re-record the commentary if it's not at a good standard. As for actual content in your commentary, the request I got specifically mentioned for me to talk about live commentaries, so I will address that now. Live commentaries are when you play a game and record your voice at the same time, and they can often be a good thing, but sometimes they drag your channel's quality down. If you think you're doing this discussion or topic like this, then I would strongly advise you avoid doing a live commentary, simply because you can't have perfect gameplay and perfect commentary at the same time. As you've probably heard the saying, knock two birds out with one stone. This doesn't really apply on YouTube, as you'll have to sacrifice one or the other. When you're doing a playthrough or let's play, or funny moments, maybe even tutorials, it's good to do live commentaries, because it means the editing process is easy afterwards. To have a good live commentary, although I don't usually do these kinds of videos, you should really just be talking as much as you can, but not rambling on. As an example, if you're doing a let's play, it should be a more dramatic version of reactions you might have had if you were playing alone, but not something which sounds really fake or staged. You also need to talk about your surroundings, your opinions, and remember to fill boring gaps. This is what a lot of channels don't do. For example, chopping down trees in Minecraft. You need to substitute that. Don't just talk about how important wood is in Minecraft. You need to talk about something else, like a video plan to do later in the week or something like that. Just speak what comes to mind when you're playing, and try not to be silent except in important cutscenes or perhaps even just tense moments like in horror games. So I've pretty much covered all I wanted to talk about. If you're doing kind of like an introduction to your channel, then basically you just want to talk about what videos you're planning on doing in the future, maybe a bit of background, what games you play, just these kind of like little things so people can become quite interested in what you're going to do. Talk about all the plans you have and where you hope to be in maybe a year or so, or maybe in a few weeks. Hope how many subscribers you might have, but just don't worry when you first start on YouTube. Just have a bit of fun. Just overall, just enjoy yourself whilst commentating, and don't make commentaries if you hate doing them. Loads of channels just do gameplay and montages, so don't feel like it's necessary to commentate if you don't enjoy it at all. If you want more YouTube discussions, make sure you guys let me know by leaving a comment down below or sending me a private message. Make sure you guys subscribe for more YouTube tips and tricks and discussions and tons of other PS4 gaming content. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.